You're watching SportsBeat. You're watching SportsBeat.
I'm gleeful. Hey, we gleeful. No, we gleeful. Get in here.
Yes, we're all gleeful tonight. Yeah, it's because it's time for SportsBeat here. I'm Sam Farnsworth. Spencer Linton in the house this week with me as well. Will the Jazz be turning back the clock this upcoming season with a familiar look to the uniforms and the court? We'll have that coming up a little bit later.
The Beehive State college football season kicks off in 25 days. Yes, we're absolutely counting. We're also turning back the clock for a refresher on a classic BYU-Utah rivalry moment like only Jim McMahon can provide.
Yeah, but first, let's focus on the present. It is full fall camp mode for our college football teams.
We begin with the first camp to open this week in Provo. The BYU Cougars enter year 4 under head coach Kalani Sitake and year 2 with offensive coordinator Jeff Grimes. Let's have a Captain Obvious moment, shall we? It's BYU, and most of the attention centers on the quarterback. I know, a shocker that sophomore QB Zach Wilson has the spotlight, but even Zach wants to share some of the attention with his running backs. Question is, who's the guy he's handing the ball off to?
Yeah, well, you got the incumbent, Lopini Katoa. Last time we saw him on the field, he was running all over the field against New Mexico. 155 yards, 4 touchdowns on just 19 carries. But he'll have company. Transfers Tyson Williams and Emmanuel Sukpa. They'll be giving Grimes more options as he gets ready for Utah.
Last year we played running back by committee because we had to. We didn't have a lot of other options because we had so many injuries. This year we might do it because we have so many options, not because we have to. And that's not a bad thing. But if there's one guy who shows that he's clearly better than everyone else, then that'll certainly be reflected in the number of carries that he gets.
Now, it's a symbiotic relationship for the running game. The guys carrying the ball and the guys blocking for those with the ball. That said, the deepest position group for the Cougars might just be the offensive line, but don't take my word for it. Take it from freshman All-American center James Empey.
We're working to be, one of the best O-lines in the country. We're trying to be as tough as we can, like we just talked about. So that's more what we're looking forward to, is just being able to get together through fall camp, reach our goals, and then go take on our schedule starting with that first game.
Meanwhile, camp up on the hill also has an offensive feel to it with several talented playmakers returning from last season.
Talent is one way to describe it. Doak Walker Award nominee Zack Moss back at running back. Veteran quarterback Tyler Huntley will take snaps with an additional 15 pounds of muscle. And explosive receiver Britton Covey has big play aspirations as he recovers from a season-ending knee injury. The man in charge of fitting those major puzzle pieces together, offensive coordinator Andy Ludwig, who returns to the U after most recently coaching the past 4 seasons with Vanderbilt. in the SEC. Under Ludwig, plan on this much: a several playmaker rotation.
It's kind of been an interesting history of Utah with offensive coordinators, but one thing it does teach you is the skill of picking up a new offense. And I think Coach Witt's done a good job of trying to keep some of the terminology the same, or the blocking schemes at least. And it's a skill you develop. I mean, just learning a new playbook. Most of the schemes are the same across the nation, or in Madden, anything like that. So it's true.
Well, you always know Kyle Whittingham coach defense is going to be very good, and the 2019 version of the Utes defense, no different. NFL talent all over the field, and certainly no lack of confidence there either. Put all that together with the Ludwig offense, and the Utes believe they have something special.
With everybody coming back, and the improvements from players from last year playing, I think the sky is the limit for us.
I think this team could be great. We heard, Coach Witt said something about being the best team he's ever had. I think we'd be the best team, ever to come out of here. So yeah.
Zack Moss running through people, staying on his feet. Zack Moss still on his feet. What a night for Zack Moss.
See the sound? It's Moss banging. Moss driving, and one effort by Zack Moss for the Utah touchdown.
Can he floats, man? Stays on his feet. 10, 5, touchdown! Zack Moss, end zone, touchdown.
Maybe you've heard the Utes have earned the Pac-12's respect. Preseason favorites, and a large factor in that happens to be Zack Moss. With 2 1,000-yard seasons to his credit, Utes running back Zack Moss could have easily left the program to pursue a career in the National Football League.
Yeah, the next guy in that chain of Utah running backs to pursue a pro career. But Moss told us that he has unfinished business in his college career. Jeremiah Jensen had a conversation with Moss at the Pac-12 Media Days, and Moss says he wants to do things that have never been done before at the U.
Well, I haven't had a chance to talk to you since last season. I haven't had a chance to talk to you since you decided to come back. So the first question I want to ask you is, why did you decide to come back to the University of Utah?
I decided to come back. I wanted to get my degree, for one, make sure I get that for me and myself and my family, and set a role, be an example to the kids back home in my community and stuff like that. And also, I didn't really want to pass up on the opportunity to play with these guys again. We ended things on a kind of a sour note, and I didn't want to go out, for one, unhealthy, and not try and at least finish what we started last year. So it was a good opportunity for me to come back.
So you have unfinished business?
Pretty much, yeah.
What is that business?
To win the Pac-12 championship, be the first team in school history to get that done, and then hopefully get a berth in the college football playoffs.
How's your health?
It's good. It's good. The body feels very good. Had a lot of time off. The knees is definitely feeling a lot better than it's felt in the previous times. I've been doing everything with the team. I've been clear, so I'm ready to get this thing back rocking.
You have a chance to become the all-time leading rusher in Utah history. Does that mean something to you?
It definitely means something to me. When I came into Utah, I wanted to walk out of here as being one of the best to ever play the football at the school, and definitely be the best running back to play here. And I think accomplish some of those goals is very special, because a lot of guys that play college football can't say they have done something like that.
Some really good running backs in the Pac-12. Are you the best running back in the Pac-12?
I do believe I'm the best. I think it's a lot of good guys, it's a lot of talent. Josh Kelly at UCLA and Eno at ASU, just being around those guys throughout these last couple of days. It's been pretty cool. I definitely think I'm the best at what I do, though.
It's crazy, somebody from Miami coming to Utah to achieve their dreams, but that's what you've done, and you're not the only one. The Hollandale Three. What's it been like to be on this journey with those guys and to come from a place like Miami and find what you're looking for in all the places, Salt Lake City?
It's been fun. Definitely look back on it, you don't imagine the things that you've been able to accomplish. But I mean, you definitely have no regrets of what has transpired in those past few years, and it's been a very, very enjoyable ride.
How was your decision to come to Utah? What impact has that had on you both as a player and a person?
As a player, it's brought me to a lot of to a spot where I don't think I would have been at. As a person, it's just helped me mature. I've been able to be by myself and learn and mature as an adult. And I would have never met my girlfriend if I would have never came out to Salt Lake.
Season opener, BYU. You don't have to get fired up for that one, do you?
Nah, we've heard all of the talking and stuff like that, but just like we've heard all the talking for the preseason hype and anything like that, we don't pay much attention to it. We put our nose down, we do what we have to do to be where we need to be when that time comes.
Would you like to have a chance to put your stamp on the rivalry and have that some of those rivalry moments that a lot of your teammates have had? And how important is it to you to have a big game against BYU?
Oh, it's very important. My first game that I played was against BYU. It's my first action in college football. And this being the last time I'm going to be able to play BYU, I think it being the first game and it be the first game that I come back from injury, I think I definitely want to have the best game that I've had to date.
What would be the perfect ending to your college football career?
Rose Bowl, Pac-12 championship, holding up that, going to the Rose Bowl and winning the Rose Bowl, not just getting there, and just capitalizing everything like we plan to.
Awesome, Zach, thanks so much, appreciate it.
No problem.
And good luck this year.
Thanks
for your time.
Thanks, JJ. I think we're going to be a little spoiled this year when it comes to running backs across the state. A lot of talent from Logan to Provo and, of course, up there at the U. Well, here's a running back for you. Do you remember Sim Tia?
Of course, Sam. If I didn't, I'd be in big trouble.
Yeah, of course. Old BYU running back, or let's switch sides of the ball. Utah defensive back R.J. Stanford.
All right.
Went on to an NFL career. Both those guys wore the number 25 at their respective schools. That's the number of the day, 25 days till
Yes.
BYU Utah.
Again, we're counting.
Yeah, always.
And the countdown rolls on, but not without a look back at some of the great moments in the BYU-Utah rivalry. Hey, remember this guy, Jim McMahon, Roy native, 1985 Super Bowl champion, but 4 years earlier in 1981, goes the route of pointing to the scoreboard. An oldie but a classic, Sam. He was always a shy character, wasn't he? McMahon with a not-so-subtle reminder to the Utes during a 56-28 BYU win in 1981.
Well, that game was just 5 years before Gary Anderson graduated as a member of the Utes football team. He turned those playing days into a successful coaching career, which of course has him up in Logan with the Aggies again, kicking off another fall camp where the biggest question comes on the offensive side of the ball. Can the Aggies pick up where they left off, even with the loss of several big playmakers?
No, big plays. Our offense is made for big plays. If you don't make big plays, this offense ain't gonna work. So we looking for playmakers. Every day we break it down on playmakers at the end of every huddle, end of every practice. So that's what we're looking for.
Every coach in the country seems to say the same thing on the first day. So it was positive. The kids flew around. They're excited to be out here, which they should be. So it was good. I think that the work they put in on the offense and defense, on their own, with the player ran practices, showed up today, and it's basic scheme on offense and defense.
Hey, looky.
Oh, snap.
These pictures leaked out on Twitter by Jazz Nation News. Reportedly, this court will be accompanying the Purple Mountain jerseys from the late 90s for their retro look this upcoming season. Love them or hate them, it'll be fun to see these thrown into that mix, though. There's no doubt about that. That's what they wore when they went to the finals 2 years in a row.
Guess what? With that Nike swoosh attached, the people will buy.
It's going to be fresh.
Yeah. The people will buy.
All right, guys, it's time to catch our breath for a quick minute because when we come back, we're going to be running.
Well, not so much us. We're just the guys in the studio wearing makeup. But some guys with inside the park home runs. Plus, don't forget body slammed mascots and extra innings coming up.
Vote love. Now that's a Heisman taste if I ever tasted one.
Yeah, we'll head back up to Logan where there's a love affair going on with the Aggies, quarterback or maybe some mints.
Last year we played running back by committee because we had to. We didn't have a lot of other options because we had so many injuries.
Who will carry the rock for the BYU Cougars this season? We'll take you back down to Camp Kalani when SportsBeat returns.
You're watching SportsBeat.
I'm gleeful. Hey, we gleeful. No, we gleeful. Get in here.
The Utah State Aggies ready to make a run at a Mountain West Conference football championship, and they'll do so with a changing of the guard, a new coaching staff, yes, but with some familiar faces.
Yeah, Gary Anderson returns to the helm after a couple stints with Wisconsin and Oregon State. He plans to continue to lead this program into the future with an experience similar to some of the biggest programs in the country.
Winning breeds confidence, and that's one of those things. Winning is a habit, losing is a habit. And right now these kids know how to win. All we got to do is just keep on pointing them in the right direction.
You're coming in as a new staff and you followed success. You know, and to me, where you see the common theme of continued success, and really, quite frankly, we're looking for growth to build off of last year, and obviously that would culminate in a conference championship.
I love Coach Anderson. When he took this job up here, it was kind of maybe the natural progression, as well as being the linebacker coach and co-special teams coordinator over there at Utah, to moving up to be a defensive coordinator here at Utah State.
Excited to have Coach Anderson back, and this is a great staff that he put together. So I think the kids are excited.
It's been great. Get to know the kids. You know, you go through that process and you try to build those relationships of trust. And after 6 months, I think we're in a good spot.
I like how Coach A is just real. He's just a real guy.
Right now, he's on the verge to becoming one of my favorite coaches of all time.
He's gonna keep it 100% real with you all the time, and that's what I like.
And then when he got here, we got even more excited to just find out who he is as a coach and how much he cares about us. And so I think it's going to be a big season this year with him.
I want to be able to make sure that myself and our staff can provide the young men in our program with what I believe is a Power 5 football experience without the tag of a Power 5.
Transition has been amazing. I've talked to a few friends the other day, and I told them that I've never been around a group of coaches like this since high school.
Everybody likes our new coaches, you know. They've been helping us a lot, just trying to help us get better. And I could tell that these coaches really care about us.
Just the way they treat us, man, they really care for us. Like, they care about our well-being, you know. They always in contact with us, letting us know that they care about us. If we need anything, just hit them up.
These coaches really care about us. They have our interests first.
Very passionate about this place and these kids.
I was sad that coaches were leaving. But I was like, Frank's staying, man. Frank stayed. He has to stay. You know, Frank just brings another energy, another different type of poison to the strength, to the staff and also to the team.
You know, I got a lot of respect for Male, man. I know he really cares about us, and for him to stay here just really shows us that he really cares about us.
You know, getting to this point and finishing it the right way, and it wasn't really a hard decision because of how much I care about these guys.
Now, not surprisingly, the spotlight in Logan will shine brightest on Mountain West preseason Offensive Player of the Year, Jordan Love. Still, there's no doubt that much of the Aggies' expected success this fall lies squarely on a stout defense that returns 7 starters, including All-American candidate linebacker David Woodward and a great pass rusher in Tipa Naliai.
One thing we really want is just relentless pursuit, and we call that Aggie effort here. We have a tough-minded group that are very, very smart, that are disciplined as well, but when it's all said and done, they're flying around, making plays.
I mean, on defense, man, you got some good leaders. You know, you got Tipa.
That ball stripped out. Well, Tipa Naliai.
Tipa's special. I think we've had some other young men that are really going to show up quickly as we continue to go through camp.
You got Chris Unga, you know, you got, Woody.
Picked up by Utah State's David Woodward. What a freakish play.
At the linebacker position, Woody he's a special player.
So, I mean, we got a lot of leaders on the team, and honestly, man, I feel like, anybody on defense is capable of being a leader, and that's the good thing about it. We all hold each other accountable. Nobody feels like they're better than the next man, and we all put in the same amount of work. It's people behind them that can make even more plays. This team is stacked, it really is.
Just in attack mode now.
Gillum in trouble, he'll go down.
And the one thing I like about all those players you just named is they got confidence. They're gonna talk trash, but they also gonna back it up on the field.
Look at the pressure up front. New Mexico State had no chance.
And that's just the swagger that this team brings, and I love that about all the playmakers on this team.
Being a defensive guy, I'm biased, but I think that's the strength point of our team.
And it's picked off. Naliai, he's headed the other way and strutting into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Yeah, it's firing from all cylinders.
And the defense will be fun to watch. What about the Utah State offense? They lost a 1,000-yard rusher in Darwin Thompson, but they still have Gerald Bright, who rumbled for nearly 900 yards and 10 touchdowns. They lost 4 of the team's top 5 receivers last season, but they still have an exciting playmaker in preseason All-American Savon Scarver. Top it all off with a Heisman candidate, and this offense could be a lot of fun.
Our ultimate goal is something that hasn't been done here in 7 years, and that's win a Mountain West championship.
Yes, that starts with Jordan.
Love somehow kept possession, finds Tarver, touchdown.
G. Bright is an unbelievable leader. He's one of our captains. He's tough, he's physical.
He's running with Gerald Bright, touchdown, Aggies.
He's very prideful about the university as a whole, and then the wide receiver, Savon, DT, we'll get some guys going in. It's going to be a very interesting fight.
Coming in, people don't think we're going to be as productive as we were, but I can't say nothing. I'm just going to say just wait until the show. We're going to put on the show for everybody.
Jordan Love down the field, caught, touchdown Aggies.
But the bottom line is if you're an offensive guy, whether it's a running back or a receiver or a tight end, you have to be able to make big plays in the spread offense.
I don't feel like they're going to step up. I know they're going to step up because we got high demands at this program, and we got the kind of coaches around us that put their arms around us.
The ball is marked at the 18-yard line. They give it run right side. Bright has a bright future if he runs like that.
They're going to make us be whatever we need to be, and I believe in my O-line. I believe in my receivers that's coming in here, stepping their first foot on the Aggie field. I believe in my quarterback. I believe in my defensive line. I believe in everybody. So the goal is to make everybody believe, man, because belief is a very powerful tool.
I'm really confident. I mean, it just started in the spring, and we started building up and just give them that confidence that they need to step up and be in the game and be playmakers. But I'm really confident. I mean, just because they haven't been in the game much, that has nothing to do with it. I think they'll step right up.
It's going to be a pretty good group.
Love on 2nd and 8, and here come the Aggies. Inside the 10, the 5, touchdown Aggies. Jordan Nathan gets the 6.
I want to compliment what we're doing defensively and in special teams to make sure that we're in a position to compete for a Mountain West championship.
Love goes deep. Tarver's wide open. 1st and goal, Utah State.
Whatever we can do offensively to play Mountain West championship level football, that's what we have to do. And if that comes down to us, grinding it out and winning a game 17-13, shoot, I'll be the happiest guy alive just because winning is what matters.
The Utah State Aggies kick off the 2019 season Friday night, August 30th at Wake Forest, ACC country in North Carolina.
Yeah, that's just right around the corner by this point in the summer. And if you can't wait 26 more days to get your Aggies fix, well, I think we've got a little something that might help you out. Feast your eyes on this.
11 wins. It's been an incredible run for this Utah State team.
The expectations throughout the Mountain West are that the Aggies should pick up right where they left off.
But the bar is certainly higher now after an 11-win season.
Utah State, with those 5 all-conference selections and preseason Offensive Player of the Year Jordan Love, picked to finish 2nd behind Boise State.
Got a lot of weapons on this offense. Nobody's better than us. Nobody can out-scheme us. Nobody can score on us. Whoever touches the ball, they got that potential, that big playmaker potential. To be able to do stuff like that every week is really just fun. We respect everybody. But we fear nobody.
Over. He's the fastest guy on the football field.
Savon Scarver down the sideline.
Utah State.
Right now, Utah State cannot be stopped.
They've got to be a team that no one wants to play.
He's off to the races. Walks into the end zone. What? Are you kidding me? Utah State just won it.
I'm gleeful. Hey, we gleeful. No, we gleeful. Get in here.
Welcome back to the first Sports Beat of August, and we give a shout out to Zach Blair, former BYU Cougar and golfer who is back on the PGA Tour after winning the Ellie Mae Classic. He's punched his ticket on tour.
Way to go, Zach.
Part of that pension. Congratulations to Zach. All right, now we also welcome you back with a former Ute specializing in brute force, something that doesn't usually end up synonymous with golf, but it did lead him to a 5-year NFL career.
Yeah, we know how tough he is on the gridiron, but can former Ute Stevenson Sylvester crush balls on the golf course? We'll find out right now with Tom Hackett on this edition of The Hallowed Grounds.
The Hallowed Grounds, brought to you by Siegfried & Jensen.
Welcome into this week's episode of The Hallowed Grounds. We're out here at Willow Creek. Big thanks to the members in particular for allowing us to play golf at their wonderful facility. Stevenson, Sly Sylvester is his name, former Utah NFL linebacker, current entrepreneur. And we'll get more into that later. Have you played Willow Creek before?
I have.
You look like Coach Whittingham, by the way.
You know what? He supplied me with all my gear, so I am ready to go.
Must be nice. All right, here's how today works. First hole's for the $100 gift card to Uinta Golf. If Slyke wins that, then we'll go for the Bushnell range finder closest to the pin. That'll be on the par 3 15th. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Let's play some golf. Let's go. That's a good shot, Sly. Oh dear, I went left further than you. Do you regret not coming out?
In 08?
Yeah, after the 08 year?
You know what? No.
You don't?
I don't at all. You know, I did have a higher draft rating, so I probably would have went to a different team, but you know, I really feel like everything is for a reason. I was able to get my degree by staying.
I haven't swung club in, well, since last time we played.
Excuses are tools of the incompetent, Tom. We don't use
those. I appreciate those kind words, Sly. And I appreciate for that setup.
New Orleans is one of my favorite places.
Is it? Sure. Anyway, did anyone remember you when you went back a couple weeks ago?
I did wear some Utah stuff, and they do remember Utah.
Do they? Okay.
It's crazy. 10 years later.
Let's talk about this Sugar Bowl game, because everybody talks about it. It's still, to this day, everybody talks about it.
Well,
did you get the sense that leading up to that game, Alabama were rather arrogant?
They did have a I don't want to be here attitude when we did meet up on like Bourbon Street a couple times, like I'm better than this. I wasn't paying too much attention to them. My focus was doing film and all this stuff. I was like, what's the hype?
Right.
I don't see it. Like with other teams, like we played TCU that year, we even played BYU. You know, but you can see the talent there, and you can say, okay, I'm gonna have a tough task with this, yada, yada, yada. And the difficulty of their offense is it's gonna be hard making sure I communicate with the D-line and safeties, yada, yada, yada. But going into Alabama, I'm like, their offense is so simple. So, you know, Nick Saban being in the NFL and of course having success in the SEC, he studies filming. I mean, you can see the notes, and he was worried about us.
Right.
You know, he wasn't as confident as everybody would say. He's like, yo, they're fast. Oh, I didn't throw that way.
Well, explain to the people out there what this business is.
The business that I created is a cosmetology service app.
Gotcha.
So essentially, like if you look at Airbnb, how easy it is for you to find a property at your new destination, I'm making it easy for you to find your barber, your hairstylist, your nail technician, your makeup artist, spray tan technician.
I like that.
On an app.
You go on this app, and what the app is called?
Clip.
KLYP.
KLYP. KLYP. Soft launch is happening in December, and the main launch here in Salt Lake City in January. January.
KLYP, right?
Clip.
Clip.
Yeah.
KLYP, you heard it here first.
That's not it. First of all, is that an Australian term? Oh, wow. Did you par that?
Things didn't go your way. That's okay, because you don't go out of here empty-handed. $100 gift card. You into golf. Spend it wisely, my friend. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, well, I need some new equipment.
Thank you, Matt.
Hi, Lindsay Myers, assistant golf professional at Willow Creek Country Club, here today to help you get it out of that greenside bunker. Think about the distance that you have from the green. Choose a club selection from there. Usually on a greenside bunker, you want either your sand wedge or a club with the most bounce. Keeping your left leg planted and flexed is the key for solid bunker shots. Just like so.
Hi, I'm Steve Williams. I'm with Cleveland Golf Srixon. I've been the rep here for about 12 years. Today I'm here to talk about Cleveland wedges. We have been a leader in the wedge category for, seems like forever. But we don't make just one wedge, we make a wedge for everybody. We introduced the CBX. At address, it looks like a blade wedge, but it's much, much more forgiving, much larger sweet spot. This thing is fantastic. And then the face of it's the same as our blade wedge, so it's got grooves on top of grooves on top of grooves. This thing spins the ball great, super forgiving, and can be in way more players' hands.
Kirsten Fotu wins the 113th Utah Women's Amateur Championship after a closely contested match with Grace Summerhays. Fotu eventually prevailed in the match by winning with a score of +1. Congratulations, Kirsten. A look ahead now to some upcoming action going on this week around the state. The Glen Eagle Couple Scramble at Glen Eagle Golf Course will be held on August 9th. The men's Park Firm two-man best ball at Cedar Ridge Golf Course also on August 9th. And the Mixed Breeze Night Golf at Canyon Breeze Golf Course will be held on August 10th. For more information, head to uga.org.
Well, have you ever won one of those baseball helmets at Lagoon for guessing your pitch speed? Well, what if doing that led to a big league career? It did it for this kid. We'll tell you how right after this. Well, a great Heisman campaign has to come with a great Heisman publicity stunt, and the guys up at the Utah State Aggies, they're off to a great start for Jordan Love.
Oh, Jordan Love has a fantastic hashtag to go along with a one-of-a-kind mint, and his teammates are biting into the hype. Sorry, I can't help myself.
Great clips of the week.
Yeah, at the Mountain West Media Days, Utah State released the Jordan Love for Heisman heart-shaped mints. Love told me that they're the best mints in the world. His teammates, they can't seem to get enough either.
Yeah. Jordan Love Heisman.
Oh yeah, the J Love candy. Oh yeah. I'm gonna try them out, give you a little reaction video. Smell like a trophy.
And I'm gonna try as best as I can to get them close to this Heisman.
Let's see what it say. Say Heisman. Vote Love. Now that's a Heisman taste if I ever tasted one.
Try one of those. Tastes like Heisman to me, man. Tastes like Heisman to me, baby.
Tastes like success.
Tastes like Tastes like Mountain West Championship.
Yes, sir.
Can't beat it. How about a shout out to former Leighton Lancer Marcus Kemp having a great camp with the Chiefs. Look, Mom, one hand. Or should I say, great googly moogly. Nicely done, Marcus. Have you seen this yet? 23-year-old fan Nathan Patterson went viral when video of him throwing mid-90s fastballs at the Fan Speed Pitch Challenge at Coors Field in Denver hit the web. Days later, the A's called him and signed him to a contract. Moneyball strikes again. This is maybe the most Cleveland thing ever. At the Indians game against the Angels yesterday, Cleveland Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield with his Uncle Rico mustache shotgunning a beer on the Jumbotron. Fans gave him a loud ovation, after which the Indians rallied to score 5 runs. And so Baker gets credit for that, too.
He gets the win.
The rally beer?
I guess so.
See ya.